Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna and I am a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. Today I am going to be talking about a very sensitive topic. I am going to be talking about being in an abusive relationship, being in a relationship with a narcissist. A lot of us are actually in relationships with narcissists or with abusers, but we do not even realize it. A lot of us will see people in such relationships and we start judging them like, but how can this be happening? How can this person be in such a position? This can never be me, it can never be me, starts coming up and things like that. And when I see things like that, I usually just laugh, because I used to be that person. Basically, I used to be that person who would sit and be like, how can this person find themselves in this kind of relationship and they are not going? Auntie, get out, it's not that hard. But when it happens to you, you get to understand that, okay, I didn't even know this was happening before. It takes so long before you even discover that this is what has been happening to you. You are already deep down in it. So today I'm going to be sharing with you, this is not like a story time. I'm going to be using my experience to explain to you how a narcissist could get to you and get into you, like how they get to where they get to, that you start feeling like, oh, I cannot leave, if I leave this will happen, or how you get to that stage. That is basically what I'm going to be doing. I have a video which I talked about being in an abusive relationship, and when I did that video, I couldn't believe that I could open up like that, but I was proud of myself. And from there I was like, you know what, I have to open up more about some of these things that have happened to me, because from that I got to understand that from that video I got so many people getting to me in the back, explaining their stories to me, what had happened to them. And I saw that, okay, this is actually something that I should talk more on. If I have stories like this, I should share more, because it could just be saving one person. Even if I help and save one person with my story, with my experience, that's a good thing. Okay, so for all those Uncle Georginos and Auntie Georginos who will come here and you're like, why are you saying all these things on your channel? Please, you should just rest. Anyway, if you are interested in this, keep watching. How will a narcissist or an abuser get you into that place? Okay, what I discovered from my case, how it happens was, they study you. These people are master manipulators. So he studies you or she studies you, they look at you, they study you, like, oh, if they see you, they like you. They don't just go ahead and like, oh, I like you and this. They study you. So my own narcissist came as a friend. Okay, he came as a friend. At that time I was in a relationship, so he came as a friend, you know, that perfect friend. They come and they start love bombing you, like they study you to see like, what does this person like. So inside our discussions, inside me and him's discussion, like friends, right, he got to understand a lot. Like, I'll complain about my boyfriend to him, like, oh, my boyfriend doesn't show me affection, my boyfriend doesn't call me, my boyfriend doesn't text me, he doesn't take care of me, like, you know, just normal things like that. And as you're you feel like, oh, I'm having this discussion with somebody who is a good listener and all that. He's not that good listener as you think. He is actually gathering information to know how to act. So this is when he has gathered all that information, what is his next move? He turns now and starts love bombing you. Like he starts doing all those things that you complain about, like you're not having. So my case, I was in a relationship, and like I said, my boyfriend was not being there and all that. So he now starts calling you, not like he wants to date you or anything, just calling you like that perfect friend, checking on you, texting you, taking you out, all those things that you complain about. He's showing you like, you don't need to be here. This is me. I'm a perfect person. I do all those things. We are only friends and I'm doing this for you. Imagine it. Like, he's not saying it. Don't get me wrong. He's not saying it, but he's just showing you in action. Like, can't you see that I'm really good? Like, I'm doing all these things for you, I'm here for you, this is the kind of person you say you want, I'm right here. Okay, so that's how he was there for me, supporting me, holding my hand. If I had an interview, he'll be the one I want to call to talk, because he's going to advise me. If I have any issues, he's going to talk to me about it. If I have an issue with my boyfriend, he's going to be there. So that is how he inserted himself in my life. After some time, I broke up with the person I was with, and then we continue being friends, because at that time this person had told me that he was also in a relationship. But I noticed that when he started showing me all the love and concern and all that, he wasn't talking about the girlfriend again. And I was like, I'm one of those people, I did not really ask, because I just felt like it's not first of all my business. Why are you asking? I really never asked about, okay, what's up with you and your girlfriend. So after some time, he just told me one day in passing, like, oh, I'm no longer with my girlfriend. And yeah, we still kept being friends, and he was just showing me, you know, when somebody knows your dream man, he was showing me like, I am your dream man. He was there, he was calling, he was texting, because for me it doesn't take a lot to please me. He would listen to me, like just those little things that matter a lot to me. He was showing me all of those things. So he was painting the I am a perfect guy picture, and he's doing that and doing it and going and ensuring that you are falling for the act. Okay, one thing you should know about these people is that they go in for people who are weak. Okay, in no way could I have ever felt like I was weak. It was only when I started reading more about it and I understand, seeing where I was emotionally weak, because I was in this relationship with this person who wasn't treating me right. So I was in a weak place. So that is how he hit. They'll never go to somebody who they see this person is emotionally strong, everything strong. No, they go for somebody who has a little crack. And sometimes you could have a little crack without even knowing, and the second that this person knows that, okay, he can get in, he gets in, and that is it. So that was my crack. They'll go in for somebody who they consider weak, somebody that needs fixing. Okay, somebody, according to them, somebody that needs fixing, which means you're not already, oh, I have everything going for me, I have a boyfriend who loves me, or I have this, I have a good job, I have this, I have that, I'm perfect. No, they always go for somebody, oh, she's jobless and she's crying about her job, she's having a hard time, she's emotionally stressed, her family is stressing her. Like, you see, they always go for somebody that has something that they can hit on, you get. So that was my own crack, basically. So they show you that perfect person, you fall in love with this perfect person. That is how I fell for this perfect person. I was like, okay, this is the perfect person for me. I was so excited about it. I was like, oh my god, like there was nothing I wanted that this person was not giving me. He was taking care of me. Like, I didn't have to ask anything, because that's another thing about me. I don't like coming to you asking, oh, I want this, I want this. He would always be that person to figure out, okay, now you need this. If I needed anything and I was just talking about it with him, the next second he would just send me money, can go and get it for yourself. If I was going through a hard day, he would stop everything he has, and just like, he was just trying to make me feel like he is the perfect guy. Like, he did not have any problem. If he does anything that upsets me and I'm like, he did not do this, he apologizes immediately. So it was just a part of the process. He was working on me. So when he has worked on you, I'm like, oh, this one is hopelessly in love, this one is now, it belongs to me completely. They start hitting. The first thing is, they don't hit like pop from the beginning. No, they do little things. Okay, so he started controlling me, basically. There are days that I want to go out, because it was not a relationship where the person was with me physically, the person was out of the country. So there'll be a day when I want to go out and we could be talking on the phone, and I wear an outfit and I'm like, what do you think about this? He'll just be like, so you're wearing that dress so that other guys should start looking at your bum, you want people to start looking at you, you want, like, that's how we started. Like, you want people to do this, you want people to. So I started, oh no, I'll not wear the dress, I'll change the dress, you get. I started apologizing almost for every single thing. If he calls me 1-2 times, I don't pick, oh my god, you're going to beg him for like 3 days, oh, I'm sorry I did this. No, he's like, no, you did wrong, you have to be punished. So I would cry, and at that point you already feel like he has already made you to feel like I am the perfect person, I am the perfect man. So anytime things like that happen, it's just like, okay, now you're fucked up. This guy is perfect, he treats you right, he does everything perfectly for you. So if this is happening. If he's acting this way, it's because of you. It's just the way he has manipulated your brain. So inside my head now, I'm feeling like, oh my god, I have messed up. Like, if I did not do this, if I did not wear this dress, he would not be angry. If I had put my phone closer to me and he called me, I would not. So you just discover that you're apologizing. And then you notice that as time starts going on, even when he does something wrong to you, he doesn't apologize. He would rather pull it, and at the end of the day, for peace sake, I'll just be like, you know what, it's okay, I'm sorry. Everything was always centered about this person. He tries making you to feel like, no, it's for your interest, okay, it's because of your safety, it's because I care about you, I don't want you to get hurt, that's why I'm telling you that don't go to this place, when it's because, oh, he doesn't want you hanging out with these people. He'll tell me things like, I don't want you talking to this person, I don't want you talking to that person, I don't want you. And he tells you in a way that he's saying, because I feel like this person is not good for you. He's trying to turn everybody that is close to you against you. And before you know it, you start listening, because inside your head, this is a nice, kind person who is always there for you. He does everything for you. He wants your best interest. So even with people like your friends that maybe you have no issues with, he starts pinpointing things like, okay, when you're getting to know him, right, normally you could just be just like, mama, for example, I could just be like, where Karen likes to talk too much. The other day we quarreled about this, and then he just keeps the information. At that point, when he's being the nice person, he's like, no, it's your friend, forgive her. But now when it comes to the place where he wants to start controlling you and start cutting those people off, he starts telling you things like, no, you even told me the other day that Karen said this and this, she's not good for you. So before you know it, you start withdrawing. And the thing about this is, at this point, majority of the people around you are already seeing that this person is manipulating you, this person is a narcissist, this person is an abuser. And they start talking to you. So when he starts saying things like that to you, the normal urge in you is you start pulling away from your loved ones, because you're like, no, this person has my best interest at heart. He has been doing only good things to me. So I basically would prefer to just keep these people. I love my friends, I love my family, but I don't want to mix both relationships. Let me keep my relationship with my friends in one side, and I keep my relationship with this person in one side. But it's not making any sense, because this person wants you not to go anywhere. He wants you to stay home constantly. He doesn't want you doing anything. He just wants you to be his own private thing in his own private space. As all this is going on, he keeps making you feel like, I care about you more than all these other people. I care about you, that's why I do this. I care about you, that's why I'm here for you. That's why each time you have any complaint, you come to me. I care about you, that's why I care about you. All these other people, they don't love you, they don't care about you. He will even manipulate you like, okay, don't call this your friend, see whether they'll call you. When maybe you might have done something wrong to your friend, and then you talk to him, he's going to manipulate the situation and be like, no, don't call that your friend. No, your friend should be the one calling you, because you are the one who is right. And then you will so dumbly now sit, you don't call your friend to make peace, and then your friend is on the other hand thinking like, so Kenna is truly not calling me because of this and because of this person and things like that, and things just escalate. Before you know, your friends are not talking to you anymore, your family is not talking to you anymore, everybody has just left you where you are, and you are at the mercy of this person. And then when he has put you now in that place where he has cut you off your loved ones, and then you are basically alone, you just want to be sitting alone and waiting for their call, or waiting to be in a relationship with them or spending time with them, they start abusing you real hard. Then that is when the real abuse comes in. He starts making you feel like you are not what, you're worthless, you're always wrong, you do everything like, I'm going to do it exactly how he likes it because I don't want to get him angry, but he will still find a fault in it. You find yourself constantly apologizing to this person, you're constantly crying, he starts making you feel like, I'm the only one who loves you, or everybody in your life has run away from you, I am the only one managing you, and you are here trying, you did try for high, you did crazy, the person starts making you to feel like, but I am only managing you, I am too good for you, I am here because I love you. And you start believing it, because you start looking at your life like, but I'm not talking to this person, I'm not fine with this person, I'm not fine with this person, which means that what this person is saying is actually true, which means I am no good, I don't deserve love. That's why you start seeing people feel like, oh, I don't deserve any love, everybody has run away from me, I don't even deserve this good man that is by me. Sorry, it's not a good man, he's just being a manipulator and a narcissist, he starts making you feel like, oh, he deserves better, but he's just managing you, and you actually go ahead and believe it. So that is how he takes to crush your spirit. Statistics actually show that it takes at least 10 tries, at least 10 good tries for an abused person, right, or somebody in an abused relationship, be it physically, mentally, anyhow. It takes at least 10 tries for them to try to leave before they finally leave. Okay, that's when I always talk to families. That's why I always say to family members, like, don't get angry with somebody who is in an abusive relationship and the person is always like, I'm no longer there, but they still go back. Like, as statistics have proven, it takes 10 times, at least 10 times, you get. So it means that it's a whole struggle, it's a whole process. The abuser has worked on that person so much that the person is feeling like, oh, I'm so worthless. Oh, what if I leave? Who is going to love me? Where you have already spoiled the relationship with your family and loved ones, so you're like, how do I go back to these people? Shame is also there. So there is so much going on. That's why you see somebody will be like, I'm done, I'm leaving. They'll leave, they still come back because they still have it somewhere in their mind, like, no matter what happens, this person is the only one that loves me. The main thing here is the person that is being abused is in love with that dream person that the narcissist or the abuser had presented to them. That loving person who is always there, who is always nice, who was there for you, that person you basically fell in love with, not knowing that that was just an act. So you see a lot of people being in these abusive relationships who keep trying to leave, but when that person comes back and apologizes, oh, I'm sorry, I was completely wrong, I miss you, I'm going to be a better person, they go back because they know somewhere inside them, they feel like, but you had shown me that you're such a nice person. I know that you're such a nice person. There's a nice person in there. So they keep trying to go back because inside their heads, that nice person is going to come out, is going to come back. But for the lucky few, they get to discover that, you know what, that was just a dream. I was just being used and it's not going to work anymore. So that's basically what happened to me. I got to that point where I decided to look at things clear. Because guys, it wasn't even a case of, it wasn't only a case of, oh, this guy is a narcissist, he's playing with my feelings, or that he was actually playing on like 2 other girls' feelings along my feelings. And things happened. I saw some messages in his phone, I took numbers from his phone, and I got to talking with these girls, and I saw that the same lines that he was using on me were the same lines that he was using on these girls, the same. But even at that, he will still come and tell you that it was your fault. I don't love this girl, I went to that girl because you were being a bad girl, basically. So inside your head you're like, okay, let me be a good girl for this person, he's going to leave. So just things like that. And with time, I'm sure I did more than 15 tries to leave that relationship, guys. I'm not even going to come here and lie. I did more than 15 tries. I'll keep going. I would try, and I'll try. 2 weeks, he comes back. I am back there hoping. We go again. Another problem. 2 weeks. Only it was on and off for a good whole year. I kept going and coming back, going. I think I tried like 15 times before I finally put my foot down. And when it comes to cutting off, I blocked, I cut all things, people that he knew, everything. I cut it all because I saw that the only way that I could move on from that situation was completely cutting. That one that you'll be like, oh, I'm going to ignore him, I'm going to continue leave him to see my status, leave him to see everything that is happening to me and see that I'm doing well. All those things don't work. I cut him completely. It was difficult for me, but I finally got out of it. So yeah, guys, if you were wondering how it really works, this is my experience. This is how it worked. It was not easy. I'm talking now, it feels like, oh, it was just easy. I just decided, oh, I'm not doing it again. See, guys, I went back close to 15 times. I cried myself. I cried. But what helped me was I kept telling myself, Kenna, this person does not love you. These are the same things that he was telling you, he was telling this other person the same, like this person does not love you, he was just using you for his selfish reasons. I kept telling myself over and over that, Kenna, don't be deceived, this guy does not love you, this guy. It took a whole lot of work before I got through it. And if I did not have a couple of friends who stuck by me, no matter how he was treating me, no matter what, I wouldn't have gotten out of that situation. That's why I'm always like, please, if you have anybody who is in an abusive relationship, leaving them alone is a bad idea. Leaving them alone is a bad idea. Sometimes just sit there and listen, no matter how angry you get, because they will need you. Them knowing that if they are leaving this person and they come back and they will not be judged, you're going to just hold their hands. It's going to help be one of those things that is going to push them, because I knew I had like 3 people who were there for me no matter what. And if I decide to leave this situation, they were not going to judge me, they were going to be happy, they were going to be like, Kenna, it's okay, you're out of it, that's what matters. So yeah guys, that is my experience. It was a horrible one, but I'm happy I got out of it. we learn every day. I got out of it. I never thought, like, it was so toxic, guys. It was a toxic relationship. It was so toxic. I cannot even go deep into it, but it was such a toxic relationship. Being with somebody who is constantly quarreling with you, constantly arguing about every single thing you do is wrong. That person is always right. Like, you cannot be in a relationship with somebody who feels like they're always right. You're going to grow mad. Sometimes I would cry. There were even times that I got suicidal, guys. There were times that I was like, but like, I could not get it. There were times I got suicidal. I felt like I want to kill myself. I would cry, get up in the morning, my eyes are puffy and swollen. I can't even do anything because of this relationship, but I was still there. Thank God I came out. And please, if you are in that kind of relationship and you're watching this, it is not worth it. It is not worth it. It's preferable for you to stay single than to be in that kind of relationship. This person was always right, like always right. He would disrespect me in front of people, disrespect me in private, like do crazy things basically, and will not even think like, oh, he should be sorry. No, when he does something crazy and you speak to him, he's like, but it's your fault now. It's your fault. If you decided to act the way I wanted you to act, you get. So I was just like, oh my God, the disrespect inside my head. I kept thinking, no, this person is such a wonderful person. He is such a generous person. He's such a kind person. He's so nice to people around him. It cannot be. But guys, it was who he was. He was a narcissist, he was an abuser, he was manipulative, and I am so happy I got out of that situation, and I hope he watches this video. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I feel so much relief shooting this video. Talking about some of these things is really therapeutic to me. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I'm sure you're wondering, like, how could somebody who was in a long distance relationship go through this type of abuse? Guys, you can imagine how that person was. He was horrible. He used to come in and out. He would come in like once every 3 months or 6 months and things like that. But it was a relationship from hell. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I am going to see you on my next one. Let me know what you think. Love you.